turned up. So both squads should be able to go ahead and join up their squads now. Yo, absolutely. Absolutely still static. That is no lie. But here we go. We can get right into this game now. Meta XD 5-1, number 6 seed, up against DeRealest 4-2, number 11 seed. Corey's trying to start things off with this. Just hits off the post, but has to follow in 6 seconds off, starting things off with a bang. Brandon with the kickoff, gets the stall, and then stays in front for the next touch, allowing Corey to pick up the boost and beat Turn Up down there for the second touch. And just like that, 1-0 DeRealest. Turn Up going for the flick there, sends it just a little bit high, and then Corey is able to get it past Meta. Corey sending it towards net. Turn Up sitting right down there. Able to get the first save, able to get the second save. Corey trying to bang it off the corner, but Brandon out of boost. Meta now out of boost, going to go ahead and send that over to Turn Up. Start to get a little bit of dribble going. Goes for another pop that time rather than the flick. Is saved by Brandon, but Meta coming in, flying over, gets the touch, and ties things up here. Turn Up able to get just enough of a pop that with the save sends it all the way up on the back wall, and Meta quickly into the air. We are all square now, one apiece here. Just over 30 seconds played, game number 1. Turn Up, Meta, both going over for that. Turn Up tries to get a little bit of air dribble, ends up behind it, and gets a shot regardless. Corey's there for the save though. Corey gonna go ahead and just bang this down towards Turn Up, see if can't get him to make a mistake and capitalize on as we just got some back and forth action, north and south, up and down the pitch. The ball goes. Neither team really threatening one or the other, waiting for one to create or cause a mistake and capitalize on that as Corey just throws it at net. Turn Up right there. Brandon's going to go ahead and pick this up at midfield, pick up some boost, and probably start to get a little bit of air dribble here. Off the ceiling, gets the first touch, gets the second touch, and then gets the touch off the crossbar. What an air dribble coming out here from Brandon. As he gets all the touches in the air, keeps the control, flips upside down, and redirects it in off the crossbar. Nicely done, Brandon. Corey trying to get a little bit of cheeky kickoff goal there. Instead, that's going to pop off our Turn Up with an opportunity. Ends up sending it wide. Meta's going to be there to pick it up. Has plenty of boost, but not able to get to it in time to get the cut. Brandon Turn Up meeting at midfield. Turn Up rushing down, but Corey able to pitch it just past. But Meta right there going to go ahead and pick the ball up, pinch it off the back wall, trying to get a pass out to Turn Up. Instead, Turn Up just going to pick it up off the wall, try to get a little bit of air dribble on by himself. Ends up going just by the ball, and now Brandon going to flip it up. Once again, just trying to see if the other squad would make the mistake, and this time it is DeRealest making the mistake and leaving an open net as Brandon all the way down. Corey trying to get it by Turn Up, but with that dunk by Turn Up, able to just roll on around, get the easy open net, and tie things up once again here. Now 2 apiece, 2:46 left to play, game number 1. Turn Up, ooh, trying to get a pass out to Meta. Just a little low. That's now Corey trying to once again get another pop there. Meta picking up the mid boost, trying to get an air dribble. Once again, seeing relatively the same style coming out of both these squads. Both seem to be wanting to go for the wall and get a little bit of an air dribble, make one of the or two of the other team to commit, and either get past them or just have the teammate clean things up. Corey gonna go ahead and save that shot there by Turn Up. And now Brandon just firing it up. Turn Up once again. No problem. A huge dunk coming out from Corey with Meta being out of boost, but Turnup back with full boost, no problem. Gets it, dribbles by one, goes to get the dribble, the second one, but Brandon with a great save there, jumping up and popping it to the backboard. And then Turnup with the miss, if they can get down to the ball in time, and Meta just getting back in time. Brandon not having the boost to be able to get to the ball, and Corey just couldn't turn on it in time. Both of these squads coming out with some epic saves here. Turnup now. A great air dribble to get it across the box. Corey with a shot opportunity. Doesn't cut it enough as Brandon gets demoed. Now Turnup gets the flip. Redirect off the back wall by Brandon. Meta with a shot opportunity, instead sends it over into the corner where Brandon's going to pick it up. It's a 2-on-1, just Meta back at this point, but up for the challenge. Turnup now. That one's on net. Save needs to happen. Brandon able to come across and get it. But Turnup pick it back up. It's now slow things down. Meta low on boost, just trying to stay behind the ball. Ball popping hard off the side. Turnup just going to keep possession at this point, but uses all of his boost to do it. Turnup now out of boost. Is up to Meta to clear this out with Corey low on boost as well. Brandon able to pick up the mid boost and pinch it hard. Turnup rushing to get back, but no threat initially coming. 4 seconds left, still tied at 2. Both of these squads very evenly matched up to this point, and proving it by heading into overtime here already. Game number 1. Corey almost ending things off with a kickoff goal. Instead, Meta's going to pull things around. Brandon pinching it hard all the way across. Brandon up to Corey. No, Corey turning around, giving possession back over to Turnup, who just fires it towards the net. Now Brandon getting it by one, has plenty of boost to work with. It's a one-on-one. He and Turnup instead going to send it all the way across over to Corey, but Turnup's going to beat him there as Brandon rushing to get back. Turnup, plenty of boost. Brandon able to turn on it in time, but offensive threat not over by Meta XD. That's now Meta. Sends it across, but completely out of boost. Corey low on boost. Brandon able to clear the ball out and just give time to go pick up boost as we have hit 1 minute played here in overtime. Turnup. Woo, hard pinch coming off there by Meta as Corey gets a booming clear on down. Turnup has plenty of boost to get up, send it back into the corner. And then gets the next touch. Corey, Meta, both going up. Corey getting up there first, but not on target for the goal. Both these squads tightening up here. And you know the pressure's got to be on both of them. As neither squad wanting to make a mistake here and drop game number 1. And a fairly long overtime. Neither squad scored in a few minutes at this point, going back to the regular time. Is now Brandon with a nice catch. Couldn't get around to this side of the ball to get a flick on it though. Instead, get pinched and popped hard. Corey gets a wizard shot coming out. Corey pinches it through Meta here, and then Turnup. I think Turnup thought that was on. I wasn't sure if it was on or not, but with that shot, definitely secured it. And DeRealest is going to take game number 1 off the back of 7 saves, which they're averaging over 5 goals per game, or 5 saves per game, sorry. But 8 shots, 10 shots, it's so even across the board. Just the amount of saves coming out from DeRealest. If DeRealest can just shore up their shooting just a little bit more and be a little bit more accurate, 8 shots, only 3 saves, and 3 goals, that's an additional 2 shots that registered as shots that weren't on net. DeRealest could have had a little bit of an easier goal. Meanwhile, Meta XD going to need to figure out how to break through this defensive juggernaut squad of DeRealest to be able to break through. 7 saves is just incredible, especially only giving up 2 goals. Oh, Turnup's going to start things off quick just like that. Why would I ever talk about defense? 6 seconds. And game 1, it was DeRealest with a 6-second goal. Game 2, it's Meta XD with a 6-second goal. Nobody cares about defense. Meta and try to get another kickoff goal here. Pops it on out to Turnup. Slow things out. Get a nice first pop at Corey. What a save. What a read there. Turnup getting a demo. But Brandon. Whoo. Turnup just getting the save there. Brandon having that possession regardless of his teammate being demoed. Real close to tying things up. Brandon flicks it over one. It's a one-on-one with Turnup. Going to throw it towards the net. Turnup, fairly easy save there. Able to clear things out. Gets the first pop. Tries to go for a little bit of a dribble. Meta comes in and slams it into Corey. And now Brandon's just going to pop this towards the net. A miss by Turnup, and that's going to be Brandon with the long shot goal. Turnup trying to get across the pitch here to save this. But just not getting there in time. And Meta not able to pop it across the box. And we are all square. 4 minutes left here. Game number 2. Remember, even though this is the playoffs, still weeks 1 and weeks 2 of the playoffs are best of 5. Corey with the dunk. That's going to go all the way across the box. But nothing really threatening there for the side of Meta XD. Going to go ahead and take possession. Tries to get a little bit of dribble down. Gets it by 1, but unable to get by Corey, who was waiting in net. That's now Turnup pinching that. Trying to get a pass out to Meta. Instead goes all the way across. Now Meta's turn to try to get a pass. Instead going for the flip there. Trying to get a little bit of a redirect into the top of the goal. Ball gets cleared on down. Now Turnup. Turnup! With the dribbles here, Brandon trying to shadow. Not sure when to turn on it. Decides to turn there, and as soon as he does, Turnup just bangs it away from him into the bottom corner. Away from the defender, giving the 1-goal lead back over to Meta XD. Meta trying to get a kickoff goal here. Gets the flick, but Brandon able to get up in time, get the save. Turnup with the miss on the wall, but quickly back down. Able to pinch that out. Now Turnup, that's going to be high. See if a shot comes back out from Meta. Just going to pop it back into the box where Corey can pick it up. Gets it by Turnup. See if he can get a pass down in time to Brandon. Appears Turnup's going to throw it back off that back wall. Just keep possession, but used all of his boost to do so as Corey's now going to be able to pop it over him. Meta with the miss. This could be a shot by Corey. It is. And ties things up. Both of these squads going blow for blow as Meta with a little bit of a misread there off of the wall. And Corey able to turn on it in time, get the goal. And 2-2 all square, 2:45 left to go. Corey tries to dump this down to Brandon. Doesn't get it out too far. Can't really blame Brandon too much for not going for that, playing a little bit more defensively, a little bit more passive. And when you're averaging 5 saves per game, I'd expect nothing less. Still static. Saying Corey scores 2 even as not in the scouting report. As Brandon says, scouting report this. It rolls off the wall, gets a great first touch there to be able to follow it up after both members of Meta XD commit. And gets the 1-goal advantage over to DeRealest. That's very much in the scouting report. Brandon, the striker. Turnup. Trying to get that around the corner, but Corey there for the save. Brandon popped that on out, but as expected, Corey back playing defense. Brandon now, one-on-one with Turnup. Meta's come up now as well, but Turnup not getting a full touch there. Corey with the demo on Meta. That's going to open up the net. Brandon with the hat trick here. Corey getting that demo, as that was, Meta was the one needing to challenge Brandon as Turnup was coming across and just couldn't get there in time. And now 4-2 DeRealest. Meta going for the second touch, gets it. Brandon going up for the save. Didn't register as a shot or a save there, but did pop hard off the back wall. As now Brandon gonna slow things down here. Tries to get the flick out, going for the bump play, but Meta, great job. And able to avoid and get the pop there, as Turnup just cutting it a little bit too far. Brandon, Turnup, Meta, trying to figure out what's going on in the corner there. Turnup going for the bump. Corey with the avoid and save. Brandon with yet another demo on Meta once again. Corey waiting on Turnup. Turnup with the miss, and Corey with the pop over Meta. Looked like Meta was trusting that Turnup was going to get that touch, and Corey trusting that Turnup was going to miss it and just gets the pop. Able to get the 5th goal on the board for DeRealest. The offensive performance that, based on the stats, I was not expecting tonight. I was expecting the defense coming out from DeRealest, which, to be fair, is happening, but the offense going strong. Brandon slowly dribbling down. Corey going for the demo and Turnup. Well done. Well done, avoiding the demo and staying there for the challenge. Meta getting a demo back on Corey. That allows Turnup to throw it, but Brandon already back there for the save. DeRealest going to take game number 2 here regardless, and the ball right there will die, and DeRealest, the 11 seed, coming out strong and taking the first 2 games. Meta XD coming in with 3.85 goals per game against DeRealest 5.29 saves per game. So far, defense has been the victor of these 2 games, its first 2 games. Meta XD not able to break through the defense of mainly Corey, the offense of Brandon, but both of them back there all the time. Meta XD going to need to switch things up, see if they can't change things, either go for a bump play, a little bit of a solo bump, where one person is just dribbling and flicking, the other person waiting to get ahead, like we saw Corey and Brandon try to do at the end of game number 2 there, and see if they can't break up the defensive juggernaut of DeRealest and get back into the series. This is a best of 5, being up 2-0. DeRealest just 1 game away from the sweep and eliminating the number 6 seed here in the playoffs. It is do or die for Meta XD. They need to pick up a win. Oh, I thought we were going to have another 4-second goal because, you know, we had first 2 games. Instead, a nice save coming out from Meta XD. And now Turnup going for the next touch. Gets it. Brandon cannot get there in time. What a shot placement by Turnup. Sorry, it wasn't a 4-second goal. It's a 15-second goal. As Turnup able to follow that and get the next touch all the way over to the far post. And Brandon just not able to get there in time. 1-0 Meta XD. Exactly what the doctor ordered for Meta XD, starting off quickly once again. They did it in game 2 though. Let's see if they can hang on to it and continue to gain on their lead and carry that momentum moving forward, as Brandon trying to get a carry there. Fake out Meta, but Meta up for the challenge, gets the save. A little bit of a team bump there by DeRealest. Both members trying to get the boost and the ball out of the corner. Turnup. A little bit of too much of a pinch to get that pass out, but instead goes up on the wall, gets a cut. Corey there for the save. Brandon slowing things down, tries to get the first pop. A double commit coming out from Meta XD. That was a scary moment for the blue squad. They do not touch that. That was a free and easy goal for the squad of DeRealest. Let's now Turnup and Brandon both going in the corner. Challenge. Turn up wins that, continues to dribble forward, but met by Corey there at the third line. Waiting on the second half, Static waiting on the second half, but never going to complain about a goal. But I don't think the Static was wanting it to be Turn Up to score the goal here. Turn Up, a great carry here, gets it on top of the car, and instead of the flick, just carrying it forward past the defender and giving Meta XD the 2-0 lead. Not quite 90 seconds in. Yes, you said a goal. You just didn't say who. Meta with the touch. That's going to give the 3-0 lead over to Meta XD now. Meta, a great follow there on that kickoff. And just able to get the touch off of the wheel, kiss the side post, and pop it on in. Turn up. Going up for it. That ball's going to drop. Corey looked a little awkward on that takeoff. Instead, going to go back and be able to get the save, but that was a double commit by both Corey and Brandon. Turn up's now going to go for a shot. Once again, another double. DeRealest out of sorts on their rotation. Not something that we would expect to come out from the defensive juggernaut of DeRealest. Meanwhile, Turnup able to get the demo. Try to get some transition offense back and continue to build on this lead that they have created for themselves here in game number 3. Corey booming it on down. Meta coming down. Brandon's just going to throw it towards the net. Corey's going up for the second touch and just going over the top there. As now Meta puts that on net. Brandon there for the save, picking up his third save of the game here. We have now hit halftime. Still a 3-0 lead for the side of Meta. Brandon getting a good first touch, goes up, gets it, gets the second touch off of the wall, but Turn Up there to challenge Corey, throws it over into the corner. As now Corey's going to go up and pop that. That's going to be a back pass. Brandon having to get up quick to beat Meta XD, and does. Meta trying to get this ball off the wall after picking up the mid boost. But it is going to stay down here on the blue side. Corey getting it by both members. Gets the touch, but just into the corner of the post. You know he wants that one back. Corey going to be kicking himself after not being able to get that ball into the net. Beating both defenders and then just rushing the touch ever so slightly. Brandon, though, going to get it back here with a nice little chip off of the post. Corey setting him up, bumping both members. And that ball just slowly rolling back out to Brandon, kissing off that near post, and Casper, the friendly post, kicking it in. 3-1 now. Meta XD still having the advantage. 90 seconds left to play. Brandon, a little bit too high of a touch there to get too much going. Instead, going for the hard pop. As Corey gets a save. Brandon turning it down, but Turn Up. Take this off the wall. Try to get the next touch, and does. Meta nowhere to be found. Out back getting boost. Now Corey starting the offense once again, but it's pinched hard all the way back to the orange hive. Brandon missing the boost. Is going to have to rush to get this touchdown, and does just before Meta gets there for the goal. Meta getting the bump, but actually bumping Brandon into the ball. That's now Corey trying to get something going. Brandon gets it by one. Meta rushing to get back, gets the touch, but that's going to go towards the net, but then Brandon rushes the shot. You know he's going to want that one back as well. Same spot, same thing for the squad of DeRealest. That's what gets punished a little bit harder by Meta XD, but both Brandon and Corey now have rushed that shot ever so slightly as the ball is clearing the post and not able to get it in, and now 4-1 Meta XD with the advantage. That may be enough for Meta XD to take game number 3 here. Turn Up, gonna try to get an air double, get a couple more touches in, but Corey DeRealest able to get up in time, get the save. With 10 seconds left, it's just a matter of pride at this point for the side of DeRealest, so trying to get something else into the net and carry some momentum after winning the first 2 games, dropping game number 3 here, 4-1. And Meta XD looking to start the reverse sweep. 11 shots coming out by Meta XD, 7 saves. Every single one of Meta XD's shots would have gone, it was in the net, would have gone in. All 11 shots, they either went in the net or they were saved. DeRealest saving 7 shots is impressive, but if you're allowing 11 shots and Meta XD is that on point with their accuracy, it's going to be difficult for DeRealest to win one more game. However, they did have 2 very, very good opportunities towards the end of the game when it was still 3-1 to tie this match back up at 3 apiece, and then one of those got punished to get the 4th goal to Meta XD. So DeRealest, you don't want to hope for your victory to come off the mistakes of the other squad as far as accuracy. You know, you can play for the mistakes, but if Meta XD is on point with their shots and DeRealest is not, I fully see Meta XD coming back for this. So this is a game to watch here. Can DeRealest be a little bit more accurate, a little bit more patient on their shots? You know what? Here's what we can always do. According to 8Ball, 8Ball says most likely we're going to go to Game 5. DeRealest, not what they wanted to hear. Let's see if they can change fate. I was fully expecting 8Ball to screw me over there because I love a Game 5. Game 5s are fun. Meta, Brandon, Corey, all a little bit off there on that touch. Brandon going for the flick. It's going to hit the top corner and bounce in. I'll tell you what, Casper is a friendly post to Brandon this series. That is the 2nd goal he has gotten. 1 in Game 3 and now 1 in Game 4 that has kissed just off the inside post, the near post there, and kicking it in. 1-0, DeRealest starting off strong. Turn up, trying to do the same thing back, and does! And just like that, we are all tied up once again. Meta and Corey stalling the kickoff, and Turn Up with a good catch gets the carry up past Brandon rather than the flick. And just like that, 1 apiece. Meta picking it up off the wall, sees the net's fairly open. Gonna try to dribble it in, but Corey coming across, able to get the save. Let's Turn Up. That's on net. Ooh, Brandon just catching his wheels and getting back in time for the save. That shot would have been a little bit wider across the net. Probably would have gone in. Now Brandon. Oh, Meta off the post and out. Now Corey. His turn. Instead going to go to Brandon. Popped on out. It's now Turn Up. On down into the corner. Meta rush down to get it. It's one-on-one with Corey, but a missed touch there. Now Corey picks it up. Gets it by Turn Up. If he has the boost, he does, and that's going to kick it in. And Corey with the dribble, able to go and get it in. And 2-1 DeRealest. Turn Up. Pinches that hard off the wall, but not going up and out where he wanted to. So I'm reading a message from Discord. Sounds like I have some broken English going on. I promise I'm not having a stroke. Brandon almost getting the dunk there off the shot from Corey. Corey coming out of net and getting some much-needed offensive static setting for the side of DeRealest. Brandon now picking things up. Gets it by one. Goes for the second. Meta there for the save. Corey going up, going to throw it back at net. Meta there once again. And now Meta's just going to throw this towards net. Doesn't get quite enough power on it. Brandon clears things out, but does get demoed. Turn up with the second touch. Brandon able to get the save. It's now Meta going to try to get another flick, and we just see both squads have resorted to this slow down in front of the net, both members sitting in net, and see who can outflick the other squad. Corey beat by Turnup. Brandon back there gets the third save for himself. That ball's going to go off the backboard as Corey tries to get this over Turnup. Turnup able to pick it up off the wall, throw it towards the net. That's now Corey over to Brandon. It gets over Turnup, but Brandon has the boost. Has it to at least get it to the net, and Corey able to clean things up. Brandon just enough boost to get it cut across the net, and Corey able to clean things up as the defender couldn't get there in time, and now 3-1 DeRealest. Turn up now, gonna start an air dribble, gets it by Brandon. Double touch coming out, ends up pinching just the wrong way, and then Meta unable to get the cut. Brandon out of boost. Meta not knowing that. He's trying to get in front of the ball now. Brandon just staying behind, playing a little bit of keep away at this point as the time is on the side of DeRealest. DeRealest 30 seconds away from knocking off the number 6 seed and moving forward in the playoffs. It's now Meta gets the touch, but right into DeRealest, and we're starting to see DeRealest just backing off once again and relying on their defense, which has gotten them to this point in the playoffs. Meta now. And try to get something, have to get something right here now. Turn up, not able to get to the ball, and that will do it. DeRealest is going to take game number 4, is going to take the series, and is going to knock off the number 6 Meta XD. DeRealest doing it, 6 saves, but getting 11 shots there in game number 3. Able to break out of their own half and just get more shots and more opportunities, even if their accuracy wasn't necessarily on point every time. Eventually, with their defense being strong enough, getting enough in to knock off Meta XD. Meta XD, 5 saves, 10 shots, but like I said, just that little bit off where they were pinpoint accurate in game number 3, just not quite as accurate in game number 4. 10 shots, 6 saves, 1 goal. There's 3 additional shots there that weren't saved and didn't go in. Just not quite enough, and therefore Meta XD is going to drop down. So I am going to head into the general, or not the general. Give me a second. I got some messages coming through. I'm going to head in. So I'm going to head into the interview chat if either Corey and or Brandon wish to join in. I am in community number 1. I believe they're in here. I'm going to send them a message as well. So once they get in here, we will do a quick interview. But DeRealest, moving forward, going to knock off that number 6 seed, as we have both Corey and Brandon in here. Hey, GG's, guys. Congratulations on knocking off the higher seed. How does it feel?
Oh, thank you. It feels great.
Feels awesome. Crazy.
So
we definitely had rough goings in our last 2 series,
Yeah.
but I'm almost happy they happened because it allowed us to figure out what was wrong with our game and correct it before playoffs. And I
Yeah.
think we're finally coming together and correcting those mistakes.
We had a lot of stuff to like work out and a lot of stuff to like lock in again. We kind of like got carried away with all those 4 back-to-back wins in the beginning of the season. So it was just like,
For sure.
all right, and then we got lazy, I guess, and then we got well, I guess we met the number 1 seed and then the number 3 seed, I think. So we lost to those 2 guys. So it was tough, but
They definitely
we had
humbled
some
us.
kinks to work out. So it's good. It was good.
Yeah.
Now
Yes.
here we are.
That is
So,
that is correct. You did face the number 1 seed, and that was 2 dudes, which you dropped that.
Yep.
You dropped that game. Oh, this one. You dropped that game.
Yep.
3-0. That was last week. The week prior was Card Chasers, which
Right.
Card Chasers is the number 3 seed who fights or who goes against the Fighting Kohlrabies or Rabbis, sorry. And if Card Chasers wins that match, you two meet up next week. So
ooh,
a potential rematch moving forward, but like you said,
redemption time.
like you said,
Redemption time.
dropping those 2 matches, and I know that the people who were following you in chat were saying quite a bit. Corey, your offense came to play here in this series. Is that something that you guys have been working on after those last 2 weeks?
Especially.
Indeed, it is.
That was the problem because we were getting too carried away with leaving Brandon up on offense as striker too much, and I was like getting way too defensive and way too held back. So I definitely had to work on, coming up with Brandon and helping him strike and challenging hits and getting good 50s and stuff.
And you'll see it
back,
too. I try and tell Corey to take more controlled hits, and he's starting to do that more, and it definitely contributed him to
Don't
as
good
an
on
ominous, I
offense.
love to just bang that.
Don't bang the ball. Stop giving away
it
possession.
just gives them the possession.
That's definitely how I grew up. So
And so, but then on the flip side of that, you guys coming in with over 5 saves per game with that little bit of possession. Are you relying less on your defense and more than offense, or is that still just your calling card of that defense and then getting the possession opportunity when you have it, or is it more of let's try to press a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, now we're kind of adapting. I feel like we were relying way too much on defense earlier. Well, I was especially, and then now I think we still rely on a bad hit and then capitalizing off that. But I mean, at the end of the day, we got to start striking more, and I think we're getting back into that pretty well.
We got the
Brandon's
rotations
really
going.
good with flicking people and stuff. So, and the aerial dribble, he had a freaking insane double touch. That was awesome.
It was a nuts air dribble into flipping your car upside down redirect off the crossbar. Yeah, I cheered. I cheered. That was but
I'm glad to get the crowd going.
looking forward, and so we got potential redemption next week, but then following, you guys have, if you can get by whoever wins, and by seeding, so it would be Card Chaser, but looking at the bottom half of the bracket, the number 15 seed knocked off the number 2 seed, and the number 10 seed knocked off the 7 seed. So we have the 15, 10, and 11 seed on the bottom half of the bracket still in with the 3 and the 14 left to play. So still an easier quote-unquote road to move on to the semifinals. I mean, you don't want to look too far ahead, but looking at that, is this something you guys are now even that more excited about to get that revenge game?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty optimistic about that. That's awesome. I mean, although if they're pulling up, they could have adapted pretty well too. They could have changed stuff up as well too. So never know what to expect, I guess. But that's pretty cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, we'll see. It'll make later playoffs pretty insane. Pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Love seeing the adaptation coming out as I believe it was week 4 that we did see on this channel as well. We did 3-0, same kids, but always good to see you guys come back. I'm glad that we were able to do this, and GG's, congratulations on moving forward. But I will let you guys go celebrate with each other and the rest of your adoring fans that we still have in chat. It's just been a blast.
Yeah, thanks so much for the cast.
Yep, no problem.
That was great. That was awesome.
GG's, have a good one.